Hello, my dear ones. This is Esther speaking to you from Switzerland. And today I want to invite you into a very honest reflection, one that has been unfolding quietly inside me for years and only recently became clear enough to put into words. I've been thinking a lot about inner peace. Not as a concept, not as something spiritual or distant, but as a lived experience in my body, in my nervous system, in my everyday life. And maybe you know this too. There was a time in my life when, if nothing dramatic was happening, no conflict, no tension, no emotional charge with another person, I felt empty, bored, almost invisible. I remember thinking, is this it? Is this really life? Back then, when I had challenges in my relationship or issues with my boss, when I was still employed, life felt intense, alive, meaningful. I didn't consciously search for problems, but they came to me again and again. And today I see something I couldn't see back then. My nervous system was programmed for stress, for tension, for emotional ups and downs. Calm felt unfamiliar. Peace felt unsafe. Stillness felt like something was wrong. And when nothing challenging happened, I didn't feel free. I felt depressed, worthless, as if I had no value without struggle. At that time, most of my friendships were built around problems. We talked for hours about what wasn't working, about partners, about family wounds, about being misunderstood, about how hard life was. We bonded through pain, not through joy. We rarely met just to enjoy being alive, not for a walk in nature, not for music, art, beauty, or silence, not for laughter without a heavy backstory. Our connection was based on processing, not on presence. And when I met new people, I felt especially drawn to those who carried similar struggles, difficult childhoods, family conflicts, stories of rejection or emotional neglect. There was a strange sense of belonging in shared wounds. I also noticed something else. I often connected easily with women who had a very negative view of men. Men as absent fathers, men as unreliable, men as weak, show-offy, emotionally unavailable. And suddenly we had something to talk about for hours. We could rant, agree, confirm each other's pain. At the time, I thought this was connection. Today, while preparing this episode, I see it with so much clarity. I attracted people who mirrored my inner world. Same pain, same coping mechanism, same way of relating to life. And the people who were calm, balanced, content with themselves, I found them boring, truly boring. At parties or gatherings, I barely spoke to them. They didn't stimulate my nervous system. They didn't trigger anything. And that alone tells me everything. Because over the last few years, something fundamental has changed inside me. Today, when I hear people complaining endlessly at the swimming pool, in social settings, I feel it immediately in my body. My younger self would have joined in without hesitation. My current self listens and then chooses differently. I set boundaries, not harsh ones, but clear ones. I consciously look for someone else to talk to, someone present, someone light, someone who enjoys life instead of fighting it. And I no longer try to build friendships with people who live in complaint. I'm done with it. And I say this without anger, just with deep self-honesty. Even with people close to me, my father, an older woman I know. I call less often. I keep conversations shorter, not because I don't care, but because my inner peace matters. And I know this question might arise in you too. Isn't that selfish? Let me answer this from my heart. When I am at peace, I am more loving, more patient, more generous. I smile more easily at strangers in the shopping mall. I'm calmer in traffic. I listen with more presence to my clients. And yes, I am a better mother to my 2 adult sons. Peace doesn't disconnect me from people. It connects me more deeply. Peace allows me to serve without burning myself out. That's why inner peace has become non-negotiable for me, because peace and fear cannot coexist. When I am nervous and stressed, fear enters effortlessly. Fear about the future, about the next 6 months, about the next year, about everything that could go wrong. Fear loves uncertainty, and fear always pretends to be realistic. But inner peace only lives now, not in the past, not in imagined futures. And from peace, I suddenly have access to clarity, creativity, and strength. Peace doesn't protect me from difficult things. It equips me to face them. So for me, fear and peace are true opposites. If I nurture fear, peace disappears. If I consciously choose peace, fear loses its grip. The same is true for love, and the same is true for light and darkness. You cannot hold both at the same time. And here comes the most empowering truth of all. You get to choose every single day, every moment you feel triggered, every time your old patterns knock on the door. You can choose drama or peace, fear or trust. complaint or gratitude, old survival or new freedom. This choice is quiet, subtle, but incredibly powerful. And if you feel ready to make this shift, if something inside you says, yes, I want more peace, I would love to support you. I'm offering a free one-on-one coaching session, a space for honesty, clarity, and gentle transformation. You'll find the link in the show notes. Thank you for listening. Thank you for choosing awareness. New episodes are released every Thursday. And until then, choose peace again and again with so much love.